Today we're going to build an RC Snap Circuit rover.
This particular kit actually lets us do 20 different projects, the RC rover being one of them. All of the components like resistors, capacitors, and wires snap together, one on top of the other. No soldering required. It looked like Lucy and I could put the rover together in about a half an hour.
Let's talk and more building, Dad. I'm crazy excited!
All right. After unboxing everything, I pulled out the instructions for the rover. There was a rough order that the pieces had to be snapped onto, and Lucy took right to it.
First, I put the motor drive and the radio receiver into the grid. Next, I added 4 resistors. Then I added several pieces of blue wire around the rim.
Not to mention the buzzer and the LED.
Most of the parts like the wires could snap on in either direction. Some of the parts like the buzzer could only go on one direction. We had to watch where the plus signs were on those parts.
Lucy added the last couple of parts, and then wired it up to the rover's motors and batteries.
Oh yeah, I totally got this.
Anyway, after everything was together, Lucy took it for a spin.
The rover could go backwards just fine, but when I tried to make it go forward, it would only turn.
I thought it was because the controller's right stick was not working when Lucy pushed it forward. Only the left one was working fully. The rover's right motor looked like it was working. I mean, it could go in reverse. So I decided to see if I could patch the controller up. I took it apart, thinking there was just a loose or disconnected wire somewhere. I started by putting the rover itself up on jack so I could test it. Then I started playing with the control stick, trying to figure out where it was supposed to make contact. The stick was spring-loaded and would push down on one of these 2 metal contacts. I tested and retested the connections between the stick and the main control board, but I couldn't find a break. As far as I could tell, the problem was with the integrated circuitry, something I wasn't going to be able to fix easily or quickly. So I put the controller back together again.
So are we going to have to get a whole new rover?
No, I'll call the company and see if I can get them to just send us a new controller, and hopefully that will solve the problem.
Snap rover, send a new controller right over.